Finished a bit better than it started, Alan?
Yeah, I think so. Certainly with the ball, I thought we came back really strongly, especially in that last hour. We bowled with real discipline, and we got our rewards leading up to that. Like I say, in that last hour, just to keep us in a bit of touching distance, I guess.
Early on, bowled out for 159. You wouldn't really blame that many batters for contributing to their own downfall, would you, today?
No, I don't think so. I think if you look at Dane Patterson and the way that he bowled beautifully. He challenged us both edges the whole way through. Bowled with great discipline, bowled long spell, and put us under pressure. I think the guys, we tried our best. We tried to show as much intent as possible, so to put away the bad balls, but there's some good balls in there. Unfortunately, we're good enough for our batters, really. So I think it was a good effort, but an outstanding performance from Dane.
At the start of their response, bowling probably not quite as tidy as you'd have liked. Was it really a length issue?
Not too sure. We talked a bit about it because last year, when we played here, we didn't bowl very well, I don't think, and we discussed the lengths that we needed to bowl, and I just think we just probably weren't quite consistent with that. And all the batters that came off said yes, it was challenging, but it felt like if you missed your lengths, then there was an opportunity to score. And I think just probably showed within that we were just short of that, really. We weren't stacking up enough balls in the right area, which is what I think Dane Patterson did really well, and we weren't quite there. So if you bowl one or two balls that they could score off, they were scoring boundaries, so it was getting away from us a little bit. So I think we sort of addressed that. The boys came back nice and strong, and I think we just showed that consistency rather than, I think the lengths were okay, it was just we were very inconsistent.
And not a game where you really want to be without Joe Leach, who's sadly missed because of illness.
No, not really. You know, he's led the attack really well so far. You know, he's a seasoned performer. He's been brilliant for us over a number of years. So to have had him here would have been great. But it gives Adam Finch that opportunity, and I think Adam bowled a really good second spell and challenged all the batters and ran in and bowled quickly. So it was nice to see him, and he's got that opportunity.
Looking from the outside, somebody might look at the score, look at the toss this morning and think, dodgy pitch, Trent Bridge. But actually, as you say, all throughout the day, batsmen were able to play shots to deliveries that weren't quite in the right place, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, the guys came off and they said, yes, it was challenging, it nipped around a little bit, but it felt like if you missed your areas, then there's always a chance to score. So, and I think that showed when we bowled as well. I think when we got it in the right areas, we created chances, but when we didn't, we were going at 5 and over, which is not ideal. So, yeah, I think there's a couple with variable bounce. That's always interesting. So if we can take the game as deep as possible, then, that might help us later on in the game.
One thing that helps is good fielding, a couple of good catches and a couple of great run-outs as well.
Yeah, it's always a bonus. The guys have prided themselves for a long time over, with our fielding and certainly the number of run-outs that we try and get throughout the year. So to get 2 today, great effort from Jake for the first one. Some really good keeping from Ben as well with that. Some really athletic work to be able to reach the stumps, and then Josh Baker, dead-eye, sensational, so we need that, we need to be able to hold on to our catches, and we need to create as many chances as we can, and so thankfully the fielders have contributed to today as well.
Big first hour tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be, pretty tense the whole way through, I think, so to try and make sure that they don't get too far ahead of us. They've already got 40-odd run lead, but to try and keep that as small as possible and then chip away with the bat and give us something to bowl out on in the 4th innings.
Thanks very much, Alan.
Alan, the team seemed to get better and better as the day progressed. You must be really proud of the way the team fought back today.
Yeah, I think so. Certainly, I think, like I say, with the bat, I think the boys, they applied themselves really well. But there was some fine bowling, and I think if you look at it, Dane Patterson, you take that out. 8 wickets is a phenomenal effort, and I think he just got in a really good rhythm and bowled well. I think with the ball, it wasn't probably a real good representation of what we do at the start. I think we fought back really well. I think Ed, Barnard, Adam Finch, Dylan and Charlie all applied themselves really well towards the back end, and we got our rewards finally.
Yeah, that never say die spirit really does seem to become a trademark of this team.
Yeah, I think so. I think, the guys pride themselves on the character that they show, whether it's red ball or white ball. So I think they've shown that today. It was a challenge throughout, not so obviously a good side with some really good individual players. So to stand up and keep ourselves in the game after day one, where it hasn't gone our way particularly throughout, is a real testament to the boys.